Hello everyone, this is JC De Guzman for our daily top 5 gainers and top 5 losers analysis for September 16, Monday, in preparation for the next trading day on Tuesday, September 17. Three reminders as always. Number one, this video is for short-term trading purposes only. Number two, before you enter a new position, make sure that the 10 SMACD combo is present or valid, the momentum power indicator is bullish, and that you are satisfied with your reward to risk ratio. Do not forget your triple R. And lastly, if you are going to trade any of these 10 stocks and if they happen to start at a price lower or higher than the dominant range that you're about to see, please post a request for that stock's latest trade and volume distribution and true market sentiment charts in the private clients forum. Okay? So now, for those of you who already attended the Evergreen Strategy in Trading and Investing, the Philippine Stock Market Seminar, I I would recommend that you review your handouts at least every weekend or whenever you can, at least once a week for an X number of months, so that you can so you can internalize, so that you can put into practice those methodologies that I have shared with you, so that a day will come that you can already analyze things like just like how I analyze without looking on your handouts. Okay, let's begin with ICT. ICT closed today at 137.2. Support is at 120.25. Resistance is at 148 pesos per share. The 10 SMACD combo has been it has been valid since the third week of August. Foreign investors registered a net foreign buying worth 73.3 million pesos. RSI is in the neutral territory, but it's upward sloping. Risk level remains low, and volume is also looking good. It's higher than the 10% or not, higher than the 50% of the stock's 10-day volume average. I also see here that the last price is higher than the VWAP. So the dominant range is, even though it's visually closer to the intraday low than the intraday high, realize that today's intraday low is still higher than last Friday's closing price. Meaning to say, whether the dominant range will visually position itself closer to the intraday low or to the intraday high, it's still going to be a bullish dominant range for today. So that's one exemption to the rule. When checking whether the dominant range is closer to the intraday low or the intraday high. So all in all, it's a bullish momentum power indicator. The true market sentiment, on the other hand, is neutral, meaning to say today's traders took it easy on ICT, which is good. If you have a position in a stock that's in an upward moving channel, you would rather want to see it moving up in an organic manner instead of in an erratic manner. So for me, I prefer seeing that kind of ascent in price. So my overall sentiment for ICT is bullish. If you have a position, and if you'd like to know if I would recommend that you top up, then you may top up as well. You may top up on ICT if you have a position on it. Now, if you don't have ICT, before you do a test buy, ask yourself first if you are satisfied with the reward to risk ratio that you are seeing right now. Take note that geometrically speaking, it seems that the last price is already a lot closer to the resistance than the support. So if you are happy with that, then that's the only time that you should consider doing a test buy. If not, you would rather wait for a pullback or for a breakout. Okay, but I'm bullish on ICT as far as today's data are concerned. After ICT, we move to Aboitiz Power. It closed today at 40.35. 40.35. Support is at 39.25. Yes, it broke above that previous resistance today, making that level as its immediate support. Resistance is at 43 pesos per share. Foreign investors registered a net foreign buying worth 72 million pesos. The 10 SMACD combo remains valid. RSI is above 70 points. It's closer to the classical overbought level already. But as far as our methodologies are concerned, here at Equilist Analytics, we don't abide by the classical way of interpreting the RSI score. For as long as our 10 SMACD combo is valid, for as long as our momentum power indicator is bullish, for as long as our trailing stop loss has not been hit yet, then we should be fine. Yes? Risk level remains low, and volume is higher than the stock's 10-day 50%. It's higher than the 50% of the stock's 10-day volume average, and the last price is also higher than the VWAP. Now, the dominant range here is closer to the intraday high than the intraday low, which is a good thing, and that makes the momentum power indicator bullish. The true market sentiment is bearish on the other hand, but that's just the true market sentiment. That's not the overall sentiment. My overall sentiment remains bullish for Ayala, for Aboitiz Power Corporation. Now, if you have a position on AP and you are considering, you'd like to consider adding more shares, you may go ahead and do that, but provided you do it within the dominant range and not at any random price. Before you, now if you are considering entering a new position, I think based on my observation, you will get an attractive reward to risk ratio because the last price is closer to the immediate support and the immediate resistance. But I suggest that you do it conservatively, in a risk averse manner, because even though the 10 SMACD combo is valid and the momentum power indicator is bullish, and even though you have an attractive potential reward on your potential risk, RSI is already approaching the classical overbought level. So we would like to get a fraction of being a little bit conservative in our stance on AP, as far as its current price and the score of the RSI are concerned. Okay, so if you'd like to do a test buy, do it in a risk averse manner. Don't go all in. Okay, I'm bullish on AP nonetheless. Next, FNI. It closed today at 1.8. Support is at 1.7. Resistance is at 1.9. Foreign investors registered a net foreign buying worth 16.9 million pesos. The 10 SMACD combo remains valid. RSI is at 64 points. It's moving closer to the classical overbought level as well. But based on my observation, it seems that it still has some power. It still has some power to retest the resistance at 1.9. Risk level, on the other hand, is already extremely high. This is not a newbie-friendly stock. Okay? The dominant range is closer to the intraday high than intraday low, and the last price is higher than the VWAP. All in all, it's a bullish momentum power indicator. The true market sentiment is neutral on the other hand. Now, as far as our technical indicators are concerned, my overall sentiment for FNI is bullish. If you have a position, you can top up within the dominant range. If you don't have a position and you're planning to have one, calculate your reward to risk ratio first. I already gave you the answer to the technical analysis, wherein the 10 SMACD combo is valid and the momentum power indicator is bullish, meaning to say the ascent in price is, technically speaking, more likely to continue. All you have to do now is to ask yourself if you are satisfied with your reward to risk ratio. Okay? Use the search functionality in our private clients form. You type in reward to risk ratio so that you can back read on those posts whereby I answered questions related to reward to risk ratio. Okay? I am bullish on FNI all in all. Next, Meralco. It closed today at 374 pesos per share. Support is at 355. Resistance is at it's near 400 pesos per share. Now, foreign investors registered a net foreign buying worth 27 million pesos. The 10 SMACD combo is valid. But do take note that the 3 SMAs of Meralco are still in a perfect bearish position. But in the short term, the 10 SMACD combo is already valid. RSI is in the neutral territory. Risk level remains low. And Volume is higher than the 50% of the stock's 10-day volume average. The last price is also higher than the VWAP. The dominant range here, let's see. The dominant range is, even though, let's see, as far as the last price is, with respect to the last price of 374, 374, take note, is the intraday high. Okay, so here I would give the score to the bulls. The momentum power indicator is bullish. The true market sentiment is bullish also. So overall, I have a bullish overall sentiment for Meralco. Do you have a position on Meralco and you'd like to know if you should, if I see some data-driven signals for you to go ahead and top up? Yes, I do. The 10 MACD combo is valid. The momentum power indicator is bullish. You can go ahead and top up. And as far as the distance of the last price is concerned, the distance of the last price to the immediate support and resistance levels is concerned, I think I can see here that you have a bigger potential reward than your potential risk, given that the ascent in price is still more likely to continue as far as today's data are concerned. So you can go ahead and do a test buy also within the dominant range. Make sure, please listen to this one. Whether you already have a position or whether you are yet to enter a new position, make sure that you know where your trailing stop loss is and always calculate it based on your personal percentage risk of percentage of risk tolerance. And should you see signs of a weakening upward momentum, such as a bearish momentum power indicator, make sure that you recalculate your trailing stop loss. Adjust the percentage of risk that you have applied in calculating your trailing stop loss. Preempt it if you must. Okay? It's in the lesson number 6 on your handouts if you attended the Evergreen Strategy Seminar. And by the way, those of you who are subscribed for 1 year at Equities Analytics, you can buy your ticket at a 50% discount. If you are subscribed for 6 months, you can buy your ticket at 30% discount. If you are subscribed for 1 month or monthly subscription, you can buy your ticket at a 10% discount. Yes, this is something new. Okay? Previously, only those 1 year subscribers get a discount when they buy their ticket. Okay? So after Meralco, we move on to SHLPH. It closed today at 35 pesos per share. Support is at 31.4. Resistance is at 35.5. So it's just about 50 centavos away from breaking out above that resistance level. Should it break above 35.5, the next resistance would be 38.7. Foreign investors registered a net foreign selling worth 11 million pesos. Even so, the 10 SMACD combo remains valid. Okay, the volume is also higher than the stock's 50%, higher than the 50% of the stock's 10-day volume average. But let's double check later on if the last price is higher than the VWAP. Let's see. RSI is in the neutral territory. Risk level is low. Let's see. Is VWAP higher than... VWAP is higher than the last price. And that automatically makes our momentum power indicator bearish. And the true market sentiment seems to agree with that as well. So here, if you have a position on SHLPH, I suggest that you hold your position for now. Entertain the idea of topping up once your momentum power indicator becomes bullish, because I still see some possibilities of seeing a red candlestick tomorrow because of the bearish momentum power indicator, which was caused by the VWAP moving higher than the last price. If you don't have a position in SHLPH, don't hurry in buying the stock. Wait for the momentum power indicator to become bullish. Alright, so now we proceed to PHEN. So PHEN closed today at 2.84. Again, it failed to break above the resistance at 2.94. Support is at 2.15 or 2.5, which is in confluence with a 78.6% retracement of the up Fibonacci, which is a precursor to 2.15, which is the 61.8% retracement of the up Fibonacci. The 10 SMACD combo is invalid already. It's already invalid. Foreign investors registered a net foreign buying worth 2.5 million pesos. So this is the first top this is the first top loser with the biggest total turnover value today. RSI is in the neutral level. Risk level is low. It's you know already that this is a bearish momentum power indicator. Okay, the true market sentiment is neutral, so there was no strong appetite to buy the dips by a significant level today. If you have a position on PHEN, I suggest that you hold your position if your trailing stop loss has not been hit yet, of course. Otherwise, you sell um, if your TSL has already been hit. If not, again, hold your position but don't top up. And don't enter a new position yet. Wait for the momentum power indicator to become bullish and, of course, for the 10 MACD combo to become valid. At this point, it seems that PHEN is looking for some catalysts in order to to break above the resistance with the conviction. So there you go for PHEN. There are no buy signals, no top up signals also. After PHEN, we will talk about Cebu Pacific. It closed today at 91.5. Oh no, it broke below the previous support at 93 pesos per share, making that one as its current resistance, and the immediate support is at 85.75. Foreign investors registered a net foreign selling worth 20.9 million pesos. The 10 SMACD combo has been invalid since the second week. Since when? Since last week. RSI is downward sloping. It's in the neutral territory. Risk level is flat risk. It's a low risk level for Cebu Pacific, but this does not make it attractive for me in terms of entering a new position or not even in topping up. Okay, so here VWAP is, even though the last price is higher than the VWAP, we're seeing a red candlestick and a red volume bar. So that already invalidates the four or the bullishness of our momentum power indicator. So in short, it's a bearish momentum power indicator. And the true market sentiment is neutral. There was no strong appetite to buy the dips like what I've said. So if you have Cebu Pacific, just like the previous stock, just hold your position if your trailing stop loss has not been hit yet. Eyes on your TSL. Take a look at this towering red volume bar. It engulfed the height of the previous daily volume bars, at least for the past 2 weeks. So there's a strong possibility for the downtrend in price to continue on Tuesday. Eyes on your trailing stop loss. Okay, I suggest that you recalculate the percentage of risk applied in your trailing stop loss tonight as soon as you can in preparation for the next trading day on Tuesday if you have Cebu Pacific. If you don't have it, then relax. Okay? Um, Again, don't enter a new position. No buy signals yet. Next, PIP, Pepsi. It closed today at 2.05. Support is at 1.95. How about the resistance? Let me show you that. It's at 2.4. The 10 SMACD combo is already invalid because the last price already broke below the 10 SMA. Foreign investors registered a net foreign buying worth 5.3 million pesos. But you already know that this is a bearish momentum power indicator. RSI is downward sloping. It's in the neutral zone. Risk level is moderate. And VWAP is already higher than the last price. So you already know that this is a bearish momentum power indicator. The true market sentiment is neutral. That's a sign that there was no strong appetite to buy the dips of Pepsi, the intraday dips. There was no strong sign of an interest to buy the dips. So if you have Pepsi, I suggest that you hold your position if your trailing stop loss has not been hit yet, but don't average down. Also, don't enter a new position yet. Wait for the 10 SMACD combo to become valid and for the momentum power indicator to become bullish. I think Pepsi is bound to retest the support at 1.95 in this case. So next, we got PPG. It closed today at 9.62. Support is at 9.04, which is in confluence with a 78.6% retracement of the up Fibonacci. Resistance is at 10.7. The 10 SMACD combo is, let me verify, MA is at 9.59. Okay, the 10 SMACD combo remains valid, technically speaking. Foreign investors registered a net foreign buying worth 175,000 pesos. RSI is in the neutral territory. Risk level is already high. So, newbies, snap this one. This is not for you. Okay? And the VWAP is higher than the last price. So, that's already a bearish momentum power indicator. You can see on my screen the dominant ranges for today. The true market sentiment is bearish. So, if you have been trading PPG and if your trailing stop loss has not been triggered yet, I suggest that you hold your position, but I don't see an alarming reason for you to preempt your trailing stop loss. Why? Why did I say that? The volume is not the volume has, did not engulf the previous trading days daily volume bars. So there's a possibility for PPG to just move sideways for as long as volume is only up to this much. Okay, but of course that doesn't mean you should be so excited by entering a new position right away, by violating our methodologies here. No, don't enter a new position yet. Even though the 10 SMAC day is valid, even though I said that your momentum power indicator is bearish, do you still remember what I said during the Evergreen Strategy seminar? That you can skip the validation of your 10 SMACD combo but not the bullishness of the momentum power indicator when it comes to deciding whether you should top up or enter a new position. Okay, now you remember. All right, so after PPG, the last stock in today's video is ISM. It closed today at 5.32. Support is at 4.46. Resistance is at 5.6. The 10 SMACD combo is already invalid because the last price already dove below the 10 SMA. RSI is in the neutral zone. Risk level is moderate. Foreign investors' participation is insignificant, so I'm not going to mention that. VWAP is already higher than the last price, and the dominant range is closer to the intraday low than the intraday high. It's a bearish momentum power indicator, and the true market sentiment is neutral. So there was no strong appetite to buy the intraday dips as well. If you have a position in ISM, I suggest that you hold your position, but I don't see a reason for you to preempt your trailing stop loss due to the not so towering red volume bar today. So just relax, hold your position if your TSL has not been hit yet. But if tomorrow, if it will register a towering volume bar that is higher than the stock's 100% 10-day volume average, I suggest that you preempt your trailing stop loss then. Now, for you ladies and gentlemen who are who consider entering a new position, please dissolve that plan for now. That's not appropriate for now. Okay, I'm still looking for buy signals also for ISM, and there are no visible buy signals for now. All right, so that's our top 5 gainers and top 5 losers analysis video for today in preparation for the next trading day. Again, maximize your access in our private clients forum. This is the only room where I accommodate technical questions together with my team whom I personally trained. Okay, so let me repeat what I mentioned during the introductory part of the video, that 1-year subscribers can buy their Evergreen Strategy ticket for a 50% discount. 6-month subscribers get 30% discount. 1-month subscribers get a 10% discount on your ticket. So click on seminars, register, check your inbox, spam, and other folders for the automated email, and take a look at the discounted prices. I hope to see you on September 28th, the last Saturday of the month in Makati City for my last Evergreen Strategy seminar in Makati this year. That's the last for this year. So I'm not sure yet if I'll be conducting one in the first quarter of next year. So grab that opportunity. It's the last this year. All right, my name is JC De Guzman. Have a great day, and I hope and I wish you a profitable and a disciplined trading day on Tuesday. Bye for now.